Well, this will be my last video, and we get to end on my favorite one. So we're going to end on service to the College of St. Mary and the community. I feel as though I stay very active in this category. I think in general, I just like to be involved, and that lends itself very well to participating and really living by the mission and the service values of CSM. I do want to point out one piece of this that I wasn't quite sure if I should put it here or if I should put it into professional growth and development, but it was a doozy. It was a big one. So I serve as the chair of representation, equity, and diversity for KCACTF Region 5. I've talked about it. You're probably sick about it and hearing about it by now. But part of that, I have responsibilities regionally and I have responsibilities on the national level. And coming back to our in-person festival post-COVID, one of the big things that was really on our radar was our festival is in Des Moines, and the festival will be in Des Moines for 3 years in total. And we were really concerned about making sure that we were staying involved in the local community. We partnered with a food bank to bring in donations from all of our festival guests. That was wonderfully successful. But one of the things that I did prepping for festival was I actually worked with a local organization to make sure that the needs of all of our participants were being considered. Part of that was working with the Commission of Native American Affairs in Iowa. And we had several items that we really wanted to collaborate with that organization with. And those were the land acknowledgement that we utilized at festival, making sure that we were creating a positive community impact, and seeing if we could have more festival guests that identify as Native American, specifically somewhat localized to the Des Moines area or the Iowa State area, making sure that we were really uplifting and representing that community. So it was wonderful. It was a really great experience. I got to go to the Capitol in Des Moines, and I got to speak at the Capitol building with the commission. They had some wonderful suggestions, and we were able to really partner moving forward to the festival. So that was big. That was a lot of hours put into that presentation. You can see the handout here that I utilized during that presentation for the members of the commission. I really was kind of torn if that went under professional growth and development, because that was a doozy for me. There was a lot of new professional contacts. That was really opportunities for me to grow with diversity, equity, and inclusion within my field. So I kind of split it. So I thought, I'll talk about it right after professional growth and development, because I just didn't know where to put it, but it was really darn cool. Anyway, so there we go for that. And then let's see, this area is primarily, we have our tabs, talks a lot about grant work that I've done, my experience as a foster mother, work with KCACTF, my work on Spirit of Service Day Committee, and actually participating in Spirit of Service Day. But if you're kind of looking for some overflow, you can also come down here to the CSM mission, and I also have some neat information about other things I've done. My happy little thing that I'm going to leave you with is this last Christmas, my husband and I dressed up as Santa and Mrs. Claus, and we went over to, if there's any children listening, my husband and I dressed up like Santa and Mrs. Claus because they were busy. It was a busy holiday season and they had too much to do, so this was just us in costume. But we were able to go over to the Mothers Living and Learning dorm, and we were able to bring some small Christmas gifts. The kids got to meet Santa. We brought some treats. It was a really wonderful experience. But if you can hear the crying in the background, that's my new kiddo. That's Cordelia. She's going to be 6 weeks old on Wednesday. But this is really a good example of how much I really enjoy working at CSM and how much extra work I put in that really doesn't have to be done for my job, but I sure do enjoy it, and I sure do hope to continue to have opportunities to participate and go the extra mile. And I'm hoping that this application that I submitted to you is evidence enough for me to be promoted to full professor. Thank you very much. I appreciate the time. I appreciate the consideration, and I wish you all the best.